California's Child Services take King's order to investigate the Sussexes' mansion, searching for non-existent kids. Today Barkjack, a Twitter posting duo and a favourite dispenser of tea, posted this about Harry, Meghan and the palace. Don't people ever wonder why they never see the Harkles' children out and about? If they were taking the kids around Santa Barbara, there'd be some sightings, but nothing. So they haven't been exposed to much in the world, and daycare or preschool, there's a lot going on. I agree with the lack of stable caregiving. Harry and Meghan seem to be away for weeks at a time, and the high turnover in nannies means these kids have not bonded with any adults. Didn't the Cut article say Archie had multiple outfit changes? Or maybe this was just gossip. And the isolation along with a lot of these neuroses he's subjected to seems like it would certainly cause a child a great deal of anxiety. Major discussions ongoing behind palace walls that many of you will be tickled pink over were potentially years ahead of it. To say more would potentially identify our solid palace source, through the years enabling us to break news ahead of MSM. Cannot risk saying much, but we try not to be vague, but you should all know there are at least 2 ongoing investigations. Results of one investigation to be an instrument for enacting the consequences of the second investigation. Public may not be privy to all details. We'll fill in where needed. I saw this and thought, it must be the surrogacy issue. This could trigger 2 investigations. The first into whether titles of nobility should be awarded, and the second, dynamite, into whether a surrogate was involved in the birth of either of the children. Others have guessed it involved the investigation of bullying staff members. But another favourite dispenser of tea has weighed in on a possible third. This tea notes, an investigation has been initiated by Archie's school due to Archie having panic attacks, severe anxiety and other issues. An official has been assigned to investigate and try to coach them into better family dynamics. Oh, malignant irony. Now, about that official. In all states, including the state of California, anytime teachers or healthcare workers suspect child abuse or neglect, this must be reported to Child Protective Services. Name varies from state to state, but the Bureau's function remains the same. There is not much wiggle room to keep suspected abuse or neglect private. No special dispensation for children of wealthy and privileged. One calls CPS. Most CPS officers, yup, they are officials, work to keep a family intact, so CPS assigned staff members, social workers try to coach parents and or other caretakers into something approaching a nurturing family environment. Would be the norm, no matter how low or lofty that family may be. So third option, even if it's not what Barkjack is referring to, it is a devastating bit of tea. And if we extrapolate from here, we can make the case that the Harkles have been reported to Child Protective Services. Wait, not clear that Harry isn't at all involved, as he seems to be larping about cosplaying the Prince of America. Kids? What kids? Up to now, the results of Meghan and Harry's family investigation are still inconclusive, and especially the important part about Lilibet and Archie are left blank in the document, so there are 2 possible cases. 1. Archie and Lilibet really have a problem with Meghan. Remember when Meg's brother said, "Whatever you do not leave my sister alone with children." Secondly, all the social workers didn't see any babies to investigate.